My manager thought I was faking my seizures to take sick leave and called me lazy, so I made them deal with my seizures. This was back when I worked in grocery store retail. This place had a bad case of calling in sick means you're a flake culture. To your face, they'll act all concerned and sweet, but behind your back, they call you lazy and a sick call faker if you call in sick a little bit too often. Now, I have a focal awareness of epilepsy. These cause me to have seizures which are triggered by stress. I'll go months without having any, but then a stressful event happens and I'll start having 8 seizures a day and need to call in sick for a few days in a row while they eventually stabilize. My seizures essentially paralyze me from the neck up, causing my face to twitch and make me gag violently. If I'm standing, 10 times my legs go weak and I throw up from the aggressive gagging. If I'm sitting, I typically just gag slightly and salivate a lot. I usually get an aura before a seizure, which gives me about 30 seconds to get to a washroom or somewhere I won't make a mess with my vomit. These episodes usually only last about a minute and I recover quickly. Obviously, if I'm working at a grocery store, I wouldn't want to risk having myself throw up all over the floor in front of customers, so during these clusters I stay home until they go back to normal. Everyone at work acted very understanding and kind to me. I'm a poor epileptic girl, I can't help that I need to call in sick during my rare seizure clusters, right? Well, it turns out the supervisors and managers had been talking behind my back, saying that I was faking the severity of my seizures and just using them as an excuse to take days off or go home early since they never actually saw me have one before. Ouch. After hearing from a coworker that this was what they were saying about me, I was super hurt and upset they were all faking their kindness to me, and just thought I was using my disability to take a little vacation. I decided to go to work on one of my cluster days since they guilt-tripped me over the phone when I tried to call in sick. So, each time I felt my aura start up, I'd quickly find one of my supervisors or managers upstairs in the office or warehouse and tell them, "Sorry, I'm about to have a seizure, give me a moment," and proceed to have an episode and throw up on the floor. They'd of course be horrified as I went to casually grab a paper towel to clean up my barf and tell me I should go home, to which I'd say, "Oh, it's okay, I can continue working." I bounce back fast and go back on the floor. After half a day of doing this at least once in front of probably each of my supervisors, they straight up forced me to go home and said not to come back until my cluster was over. I don't think they ever tried to guilt trip me whenever I tried to call in sick since then.